Well, Donald,
Hey,
we're
Josh.
here. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great.
Are we ready to collage?
I don't see why not. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So, Donald, who are you?
I spent a lot of time with one institution, the Michael Graves Institution of Philosophy. That's a big part of my life for some time.
And where are we standing right now? Whose kitchen are we in?
We are standing in Michael Graves' groovy kitchen.
It is really groovy, isn't
Yeah.
it? The warehouse.
It's conducive to doing art.
Do you think, did he do art in here?
No.
No.
No, I think he opened yogurt here.
Yeah. How do you make a good Graves red? Probably something I could borrow in this house to get a color match.
The bottom of those utensils or the bird, or there's too dark. There's a
lot of blue.
It's a lot of blue.
This is what's great about being in Michael's house. You just pull something, and
Yeah.
that's your reference.
Easy reference.
You don't
Is that
start
too big?
painted.
I'll cut on the inside.
Yeah,
of the
maybe
line.
cut on the inside line.
So why do you like Michael Graves so much?
That's a good question, Donald. I felt like he shaped the kind of landscape of what the domestic consumer life was and like how you might go about living in your home and interacting with your items. So I think there was that kind of aspect to it. And when I see the tea kettle, it still has a sense of whimsy to it. But they all still have a sense of class. They don't lose that.
They're not caricatures or cartoony.
Right.
They're not kitsch.
Right.
There's
They're-
another level of the literal mixed
Right.
with the abstraction. As I always felt, he re-energized the mundane. Well, I cut this the best I could. I lost his head a little bit.
I know, it's beautiful.
No, he looks a little loonish.
And now we're going to toss this in the oven at 375 for 4 hours.
Okay, Julia.
Was there one
So-
collection that really stood out to you?
Because I thought we were totally top of game, our collection for JCPenney. Understanding what collections meant and the fact that every product was related to the other one. Understanding that it wasn't going to be mass produced in a way of being a lot of plastic, that everything had a material integrity to
Right.
it. It's just unfortunate that it didn't get the life it deserved
Right.
because they were just having such internal issues within
Struggles, yeah.
JCPenney of how to basically stay afloat in
Right.
retail.
It's all just timeless. You should totally look it up if you haven't, because the pieces are just magnificent.
Everything is special if you put it in there. Even yellow green beans.
Even yellow green beans.
Wax beans.
They'll look beautiful.
Put on your wax
in
beans.
this.
Yeah. Oh, wax
Yeah.
beans would look beautiful in that.
It would. The color is just like gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna put beans in it.
Uh-oh, I'm getting the Josh crit.
No. What do you think was kind of the most profound thing you learned from Michael?
I mean, I actually feel my full education came from the office. Being at the studio, watching the way he would handle himself and the way he would design. For me, the first thing that came to mind was proportion and scale. We used to do this thing where we would just sort of study one step of something versus another step. I think he made up the name, he called them steppensies. If you're designing a lamp, and then it has to land on a pedestal, and how do you design the pedestal base? And then how does it transition to the main body of the lamp? We would just do all these drawings, just showing little incremental changes within the proportion and the scale. And he kept saying, well, it needs another step in Z, just like another layer, another step. And then just the love of drawing and how important drawing is to this process, but just being able to express it from what your thoughts are and through your hand. I would draw a line and it's a line. Michael would draw a line and it was pure expression. And you were really able to understand the form and everything he was putting forth just with a couple strokes. We didn't draw a lot in perspective. Everything was in this flat elevation. That's how you really got to the proportion and the scale. I think what is really great about that is it simplifies the process so it's understandable. Because a lot of times we draw and we borrow from the past. We're not literal about it. There's an aspect of it that moves forward in the way we draw.
But it's cool because he's operating the same way I do, where it's like I have artists and designers that I love, like Michael, and then it's like how I'm choosing to apply what he's done to my own kind of way of thinking.
You're getting even truer to the essence of what it needs to be, and then taking liberties within the composition with color, the horizon line, where all that plays in, where it sits in, so it feels fresh to me.
Great.
I'm always looking for freshness.
There is Donald's tree.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna show these up close.
What is this little towel here?
For you to do that. Donald, I'm here. You all haven't had an intern in a long time. What opened up the door of like, you know what, let's let's try doing this and see.
It was your enthusiasm, basically. You want to hire adults who are totally into what you're doing. And you were going to run on automatic design. And that's why we gave it a shot. And then also as a different type of internship, the fact that you're remote. I mean, yes, you could have been doing gopher work or picking up our drawings and designs. Based on your creativity and your enthusiasm and the manner in what we saw and what you presented to us, we thought there was something else that could be provided here and be advantageous for both you and for us. And that was, again, your love for Michael Graves. So we wanted to make sure that you had projects that reflected that. So that's why you weren't picking up after us. You got to design from scratch within our organization, which is unheard of. Because I like to do all the design.
He was able to allow for me to squeeze in some stuff of my own. Did it feel like a bit of a homecoming? Because you kind of had a similar situation at my age?
When I started, I was 21, just like you. Yeah, and then I just was curious of how you could, I would say, re-energize aspects of the past designs, to give them a new life, to maybe bring about and reveal who we are, what we're doing to another generation. So that to me was really paramount.
It's crucial. Well, I wanted to create a moment of postmodernism in this project by having someone from the past help with the present. So, any last things you want to share?
The editing is going to make this.
It's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah, editing helps. Going to be curious of what becomes of Josh.
Won't it? That's a great question. Yeah.
Because
I'm curious too.
It's only in the best light. Sky's the limit. We would finish up a project and Michael would say, "It won't be long now."
That's great.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how we'd finish up.
It won't be long now. Well, folks, it won't be long now. Thank you, Donald. And
Pleasure.
I will chat with you later. Bye, folks. Won't be long now.
You always say that.